Let us talk about this beautiful work done by Rainer Maria Rilke. He was a poet and he wrote so many letters to young poets in order to guide them. So there were just 10 letters which were very significant and they were published with a book named Letters to a Young Poet. So he wrote something which I loved it and I wrote it down in my own diary. It reminds me that how sometimes we have to wait for our answers, how sometimes we have to wait for our life to unfold. He wrote something to this young poet and I would like to read to you. It goes like, be patient towards all that is unsolved in your heart and try to love the questions themselves. So here he is asking you or to the poet, young poet, that have patience. What happens when lots of questions arise? We become impatient. We just want to know what's the answer, what's the secret, what's behind the locked doors. And we just want to know. But let's continue. So be patient towards all that is unsolved in your heart and try to love the questions themselves, like locked rooms and like books that are now written in a very foreign tongue. So what happens when we see a locked room? We have this curiosity. What's behind it? We want to know it now, right now. We become impatient. But then reality hits. We don't have key. Then again, if we see any book and its title which excites us, which makes us so curious, and when we open the book and find out that the language is foreign to us, we cannot do anything because we don't have any translation right now. What we can do is just have patience. Do not now seek the answers which cannot be given you because you would not be able to live them. So life is like that. We think we want to know this right now, but in reality we are actually not ready. What happens when you give success to a person who is unprepared? He or she would definitely waste that success. So this poet is guiding and telling to the young poet that do not seek answers because you would not be able to live them. Even if you will get to know what are the answers, you wouldn't be able to leave them because we are unprepared and life will definitely unfold when we become prepared, we become ready. And the point is to live everything, live the questions now. Perhaps you will then gradually, without noticing it, leaving along some distance day into the answers. So if you want to live, he's asking you to live with the questions. Just have patience. And you won't even realize that someday you would get your answers automatically. This is how life works. When we look back, we realize why all this thing happened. Life unfolds by itself with patience. Sometimes there are some questions which can only be answered by time.